The next speaker is driving the innovation for MasterCard's clients' portfolio, governmental public bodies across Bulgaria and Macedonia, and is a fascinating lady. So please welcome here on stage Vanya Manova. Manova. Vanya. This is the same with Adam. When I say first names all the time, I have to be careful with the small script that I got here. So thank you so much for joining.
Don't worry, Plamen. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Do you need a clicker?
Yes, please, because I have several slides to show. So, good afternoon to everyone. As Plamen introduced me, my name is Vanya Manova, and I am country manager of MasterCard for Bulgaria and Macedonia. And I'm here in order to talk about the smart cities and how MasterCard could actually help to the cities to become smarter. So, lately, and we are facing a lot of phenomena, but I will mention only 3 of them. We are facing urbanization, globalization, and also digitalization. All these phenomena are happening here because, in fact, we have a lot of people coming from all over the country here in Sofia. This is the urbanization. We have more than 70 representatives of more than 70 countries coming here on this festival, which is globalization. And on this, under the tent outside, today, one of our key partners in Bulgaria, First Investment Bank, they are announcing their first digital banking application, which includes a digital payment card implemented. So, what is urbanization? Do you know that currently more than 50% of the people are living in cities? And in fact, the trend is that until 2050, this percentage will grow up to 70%. On one hand, this is very good because people are moving because of the positive things in order to find better work, in order to find better education, and so on. But on the other hand, exactly what Mr. Barbalov just said, this is a huge, huge challenge for the cities. And if the cities are not able to meet these needs of these people moving and traveling around, this could be a base for a social conflicts.
Oh, amazing, guys. I mean, these were the most emotional, great speeches
I will address only 3 things. There is rising demand for resources, for transportation, and for housing. And as Plamen mentioned several times, currently during this event, all the hotels in Sofia are booking. So Sofia is becoming an attractive destination, and very soon these resources may become insufficient. How MasterCard can help to deliver value to cities? On the first point, this, of course, could be done by embedding the digital payments into the city's DNA. The second point is that digital payments and MasterCard could help cities to become safer and more inclusive when people rely less and less on cash. And the third thing, which is extremely important, is that MasterCard and his technology could help cities to be more sustainable and to be prepared for the future growth. And this can be done by unlocking data. Why? Because MasterCard is not only a payment brand on the payment card. MasterCard is a technology company which has and which creates technologies to facilitate the everyday work of the people. And this technology, of course, collects data, which data can be analyzed further and, of course, can be used in order the life of the people to be optimized. The transit system is one of the most important systems for each and every city. It is extremely important, the transportation system of each city where people are traveling and moving to be opened for all kind of cards that are arriving in the country. Because, for instance, if you are a foreigner, you are landing in the airport, you will need somehow to get to the city. You have two options, either by metro, which is a very convenient and fast way, and the other one is the taxi. Now, I have to say that after so many years, in Sofia, we have acceptance in both transportation niches, in both metro and taxis. I would like to share that in a city like New York, like London, after implementation of the open loop transportation system, MasterCard is seeing 1 million journeys a day when people are using their cards. And what is more important is that we are seeing that visitors from more than 60 countries are using their cards when they're going in London. They don't need to buy specific transportation ticket. They don't need to care about the fares and so on. They're just using their contactless card, which they use everywhere, and that's it. Simply, safe, and secure. And, by the way, very cheap. Here, I would like to share one very nice example, which we are proud of here in Sofia. This is the enablement of one of the biggest taxi companies in Sofia with contactless payments. This is Yellow Taxi. Currently, after 1 year, we have more than 30% of the cards which accept more than 30% of the cabs are accepting card payments, and the feedback which we receive from the drivers and from the management of the company is extremely positive. I mentioned in the beginning that it is very important, the cashless payments, to be embedded into the city DNA. And why is that? This is because the cash is costly for cities, in any meaning. The cash could help for increasing the spending efficiency of the government. What I mean? I mean that the card can be used not only for the payment device, but the card also can be used for identification purposes, for access to libraries, and for public events, and so on, so on. So one single payment device could have not payment features as well, which in fact are saving costs for all the other things. Cashless payments contribute to the fight against the shadow economy. And here I'm going to share what I read. Actually, it was said by Mrs. Meglena Kuneva. She gave the example with Estonia, one of the countries where actually the corruption has been in a very, very high level. And after implementation of the cashless payments and e-government, now this country can show a very, very low and neglecting level for corruption. When we are eliminating cash, in fact, we are working for lowering the crime rates. And again, I will give you an example, and this example is Sweden. Maybe you are aware that in Sweden, they have almost decided to eliminate cash from everywhere. And in a result, the crime levels are extremely, extremely low. I already mentioned about how MasterCard can help to make cities more sustainable, and this is by using the data. But here I would like to clearly point out that this challenge, which I mentioned and which Mr. Varolov mentioned, it is not only challenge for single person or single organization. The key message here is collaboration. And these challenges which the biggest cities are facing in fact, can be addressed and solved using partnership of different stakeholders. And MasterCard has the knowledge. Being an international company, working and having projects and relationships with both government, not government, and different businesses, we already have huge experience in different countries across the globe, like I mentioned already London, but St. Petersburg, it is Budapest, it is Bucharest, so a lot of examples, and we would be very happy, extremely happy, Sofia to be our next destination. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vanya. Thank you so much.